welcome on back to Baseless Claim, our bisexual. It happened.
It's one of those long pull-off jokes. You slip it in, and then a couple weeks later, you finally get your execution.
So before we continue with that intro, it should be our bi-weekly casual talk fest. But I'm a little inebriated, and Tyler slipped that into the script a long time ago, and I was like, haha, you clever man, and never really brought it up to attention. But now it happened.
That's a good. I think we talked about that in a previous podcast. Good payoff for jokes.
Absolutely.
That was a good payoff for jokes.
You set up and you had to wait. You had to wait a long time for that to execute, but when it did,
Good stuff.
So welcome to Baseless Claims, our bi-weekly casual talk fest with topics and stories that we've stumbled upon in our real lives. We're always open for more suggestions and topics, so go ahead and leave a comment wherever you may be viewing or listening to this. And without further ado, I am Taylor.
I'm Tori.
I am Tyler.
How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Fine.
Yeah.
What are we starting with, Taylor?
We are starting with a little bit more of a serious topic because it's the one that I could come up with. The want to make content or just anything in general, but the lack of motivation or confidence to do it and how you handle that.
Okay, so are you talking more in the terms of productivity?
Yeah, a lot of productivity.
Just in your line, of course.
Yeah, I'll give my
content
example
creator,
to start, just to like kind of keep
it,
the ball rolling. So for the past like week and a half, if not longer, I've had like these ideas of like videos that I want to do or just content I want to produce, but the prevailing thought in the back of my head is just like, it won't be very good. Also, you suck at writing scripts, so why even bother? By the way, your Dota game is ready, and then I just play Dota all day. And like me talking about it with someone really kind of breaks me out of that, I think, because a lot of it is just me by myself, right?
Right.
So before the podcast, I've kind of vented this to you, and you were super like cool with me talking about it and everything. And that kind
of course.
I think that's going to kind of break me out of it because tomorrow I might actually write a bit of a script down, which sounds nice.
Is it just trying to get out of your own head enough
I
to
think
like?
So,
because
yeah.
I have like, maybe that's not everyone, but at least in my experience, like that's how I am too. Where it's like it's a lot harder to start something unless you're sure it's going to be good, and you almost never know what the outcome is going to be. So it's like it's hard to push that boulder over the edge to really get stuff rolling because
that's the hardest part is starting. Like,
Yeah.
because once you start,
that's what like
it's
if
there.
you listen to any creative, like the first thing they're going to tell you is like, how do you start? You start.
You just do it.
That's
yeah.
the way to start.
And
It's
like
because
I've heard
you
that
just gotta
so
do
many
it.
times,
Yeah.
but like just
That
me
is-
personally, it's just like for some reason I can't get over that fucking barrier.
It's a hard
me,
barrier to
yeah.
get over. It really is.
And I always feel like I'm
not over it,
I
yeah.
always work better with other people. When I'm doing a project solo, I just completely think like this is just trash and I'm never gonna finish this because I don't like it.
Yeah.
But if I'm working with someone else, like this podcast or like any gameplay video we do, or like Focus on You or any
Throwback
short
Thursday,
film.
check it out.
Yeah, check it
Shapeless
out.
Weeklies, check it out.
Yeah, or like Focus on You or any short film that I'm project a part of. What the fuck? I feel way better.
I think he had a stroke.
Yeah,
I don't know what
did.
was just said.
Anything that I'm like a part of a group or even a duo, I feel way more confident on than
Well,
just
I mean,
myself.
That is one of the main reasons why I wanted to, like, what me and Tyler, when we were talking about like we should just do a YouTube channel. Like, it'd be fun to play Fallout 4. That was the first series we did. That was kind of like I want to do. I just want to have something that I'm always doing. Just to always be doing something. And then once you have one thing kind of going, it makes it easier for the productivity to sort of stream
And we
in.
took our time. Like, I mean, it took time for us to get to that
It took a
point.
long like for a while we were doing episodes every 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
And now we're doing
Weekly.
multiple weekly videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really nice that you guys included me on,
And a
on
bi-weekly
that too.
podcast.
Yeah, and a bi-weekly podcast.
It just took, I think we realized it takes, it sounds lame, but it does take personal sacrifice to do. Like, you kind of have to be in it to want to
it.
have, you got to be in it to win it. I feel like a basketball coach.
Yeah,
Okay, we're really going to want to drive the sidelines. We're really going to want to take the D hard, and we're really going to...
the whole team kind of came together at the end, and we just did some bada bing. There we go. It's all done.
Yeah, exactly.
Every
but like,
post sports game. Yeah.
it took time to get into, and then once we kind of found the rhythm and found out like, okay, we really have to plan our week around this. That's the biggest thing is putting it in the schedule.
Yeah, and like for me right now,
'Cause then you're forced to do it.
yeah, for
Exactly.
me right now, in terms of like Shapeless and scheduling, I know that we do shit every other Tuesday right now. That's kind of how we do things right now.
we record the podcast on Tuesdays.
Yeah, so then
and
it comes
goes
out
up
on a Friday.
the following Friday. Yeah.
And like that's all I really have right now. Because like occasionally you'll be like, "Hey, do you want to record some Mario or Kirby today?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'll just hop
Then,
on
yeah,
over."
yeah.
Because I just can right now because I'm unemployed.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh, sticking it to the man.
Yeah. So like a schedule for me right now is just kind of weird. I've never ever been good at scheduling myself for like personal projects.
It's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a really hard thing to do. And I feel like that's one of the main things that's really the fact that I hold myself for Shapeless to such a strict schedule. And that has a lot to do with the fact that like, it's something that it's kind of it's not for a company, it's for me, or it's for you know what I mean? It's not.
So you care about
yeah,
that
you're
final
right.
product.
I have a very personal investment.
It's not
in
a
it.
school assignment where you're just like,
Exactly.
fuck it,
Okay.
I can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
I was,
the other
I
thing,
was losing
is
the way to
like-
word. Like that makes it a lot easier because now I'm like, I want this to be good. I want these to come out on time. I don't want to miss scheduling. And if I do, I need to message that or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like that's just helped me a lot.
And I've been
with
that way
stuff.
before for personal projects. Like I used to.
I mean, I've seen it.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
you.
I've definitely done it before. Like I did a Wolf Among Us playthrough that I did every Tuesday and Thursday for a good amount of while. I think it was like 30 some odd episodes. They're not super great. I don't have a webcam. My audio is shit. And they're very, very small.
I got a guy.
You got to get Gaudio on the phone.
Can you work with raw files from like 3 years ago?
Bigly.
Oh, bigly.
But yeah, like I tried to get those out every Tuesday and Thursday every week, and I did it for the whole game. And it was like 30 some odd episodes, and that was all right. And I've done streaming before in the past too, where I'm like, I'm gonna stream on Tuesday this week and Tuesday next week, and see how long that goes. But like the first time that like something comes up that's a little bit more important that I can't skip, the whole thing just fucking crumbles apart, and I never go back to it.
Do you prioritize yourself? Like, just I want to just like try and get to the root of the problem while we're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you prioritize it?
I would like to, but for some reason it's
But
just
you
like
don't.
That's
yeah,
the
I
thing.
think that's the thing. Because like when I was streaming, I would have like one, maybe two viewers, and they were both people I knew personally, just like tuning in.
I know the feeling.
Oh come on, we get like 15 views.
Wow, is that viral?
5 of them are for me because I go to get the link.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like I guess the example is like if I was streaming on like a Tuesday or something, right? It's like 4 p.m. and I'm like, I'm gonna stream right now because I can. And I have nothing else going on for like 4 hours. I'll stream for those 4 hours and be like, well, see you guys next time. But then like on the following Saturday, someone will be like, oh yeah, we have this event on Tuesday. Or like my family will be like, oh, we're having a family get together on a Tuesday. And I'm just using Tuesday as an arbitrary day. It doesn't matter what day it is. But like
Tuesday's
something,
not Arbor Day. I think Mondays are usually Arbor Day.
Usually,
Yeah, any of them that end in Y.
usually like something else will come up that like I have to go to, and it's not like
That's where the personal sacrifice
yeah.
comes in, though, is
I
because
totally understand,
there
but,
have
like-
been moments where I've had stuff to do, and it's just been like, I'm sorry, I can't. I have to do this on Friday because
Yep.
this has to go up on Tuesday, and we don't have time over the weekend.
Yep.
So
I guess I just
you have to learn how to tell people no is the biggest
yeah.
thing.
I guess I just don't value my time as much as I should.
I think in a good way. Like I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is. I think that is it. Is that like you're very much a people pleaser, and
Yes.
you like to make sure that people feel like you're giving them the time and
Yeah.
everything. But sometimes you just have to go. No, Friday we have to record Skyrim, and yeah, the show is only 45 minutes, but we're gonna be doing it for 4 hours.
yeah.
So I
Yeah,
just
I
can't.
And a
guess
lot
that
of
makes
people don't
sense.
understand the time commitment.
yeah,
Because
a 1 minute video is not 1 minute of work.
No, and that's been a thing, like, because I have had to miss like family events before for things like that, and I have to tell my mom, like, I'm sorry, I have to do it, and she's like, well, how long is it really going to take? And I'm like, it's like 4 hours. Like,
Yeah.
by the time I go to Tori's and everything, and we have it all wrapped up and done, it takes like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like it's just
And
It's-
we've
it's-
had to go around things. Like, I've had to go around things. You've had to go around things.
absolutely.
Because
We've
like,
had like less than 24-hour turnaround on some of them, and you just got to make the sacrifice where
Even
it's
for
like
the podcast too.
of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've recorded till like 1 a.m. before.
Exactly.
Because we just
and then
needed to
after,
find the
like
time
I'm here
where we could
until
all-
like 2, and then you're up until like 4 because I have to do the audio, and then I have to hand it over to you, and then you have to put it in Premiere.
Right. Yeah, and it's just all about
It's like a
picking out like
self-sacrifice.
yeah,
Like,
it's a
I have to do
self-sacrifice
it.
and going, yes, I'm sacrificing. Yes, I would love to go out and do that with you, but this is also important to me, and I need to get this done. And this is for me. This is important.
And I think
and
that's it.
You just need people to you need to respectfully let people understand that what I'm doing right now, this is important to me. So like you said, you have like video ideas. Just go, look, I'm sorry, I can't right now because I need to let this come out of me. Like I need to write this.
Sorry, go on.
Well, I mean, I do take time to jerk off too.
Yeah, not a lot of time, but time.
Well, I mean, like 4 times a week, but like it's
4 times
small
a
increments
week?
of time.
A day.
Dude, yeah, come on. You fucking weeb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
weeb.
4 times a day, squad.
I feel like this joke has been like
the
brought up
fuck?
before.
Why do we keep doing that?
I don't know. Like that's another thing that keeps happening on this podcast is just
We
fucking
just keep masturbating 4 times a day.
yeah, and like finishing
you
not
fellas know what I mean.
not finishing each other's sentences, but like
Finishing
saying
each other off.
Yeah, and like saying the same thing at the same time. It's kind of creepy.
You say the same thing at the same time
Time.
when you finish each other off. You say time when you like you guys are clocking how long it takes you. Like, you ready? You ready? Oh, you're gonna go first. I know it.
And
And
go.
time.
Record. Ugh.
God, I think that's the
Oh, don't touch. I'm sensitive.
I
I'm
think that's
sensitive.
I think that's the fastest we've gone from like an actual
the
serious
fastest
topic.
we've
to just like
I dare
Oh
you
my
to try to
God.
get another sentence out. I
Welcome to
dare
Baseless
you.
yeah,
Times.
yeah.
We really appreciate
Tyler,
it.
I appreciate you as a friend, and I like you. Yeah,
I don't like
there's
you
a-
that much,
there's a
I'll be
full
honest.
Sentence. Yeah, take that, you bitch.
Got him, I guess.
Yeah. Anyone want to talk about something else?
I was just gonna say,
Yeah, I
Taylor.
feel
I
like-
think you just got to learn to say no.
Oh, trust me. If that was a class that I was taking, I would be failing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree. like,
Yeah. Like I'm not even
gotta say no.
offended. Like I'm not even offended by that. You're just right.
yeah, I mean, I think you just need to figure out what's important to me. What do I like? Think about long-term goals. And it's like all that adult shit that you don't want to have to think about, like, 'cause
Yeah.
you just want to kind of be in the moment. But you just got to think about what do I want to be? Where do I want to be? How do I want my work to be presented? And you got to go, okay, I'm going to prioritize this. This is just important right now. I just need to do this.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Well, I will do that tomorrow for sure. I will
Do it.
not like
Do it.
play Dota all day like I have been doing. For the
We're gonna
past, like,
check.
week and a
We'll get an
half.
update next episode.
Yeah, absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, Tyler,
Next episode is just titled "I played Dota all day."
and
for 3
it's just a
days.
picture of Tay crying. That's the thumbnail.
What have I done?
With like the big like green outline over like
The Dota logo in the background.
yeah.
Tori, I got a story to tell you that I have already told you. Tay, I have not told you yet, but
Go on.
this really happened to me. This is something that I came upon in my real life this weekend.
Did it happen bi-weekly?
No. This is the only time. I was at a memorial service, and I had a member of my family there who is religious and a little bit like judgmental, to say the least.
You already said religious. Sorry.
They-
Got him.
the
Got 'em.
righteous judgment of Jesus Christ.
The
He's
watchful
always
eye of
watching.
God. He's such a voyeur. Oh my God. So hot. So
He's so
hot.
dumb. I'd be God's little sub bitch. Anywho, I'm at a memorial service, and this is a relative that I have not talked to in some time because she is my aunt. How often are you guys just talking to your, like, not, directly related family members? Like, how often are you talking to, like, aunts, uncles?
It used to be a lot more than I went to college.
Well, exactly. When you were a kid because you
Yeah.
saw them. Excuse me. I just kind of burped.
Just kind of.
Just kind of.
Curped.
And then I haven't seen them in a while, and they were just asking, like, oh, what's up? You know, the casual family questions that we've already talked on this podcast that I fucking hate answering because it's fucking dumb.
Yep.
We're going through the motions of that conversation, and I was just saying, yeah, I'm graduating soon, and you know, I'm gonna be living out in River Falls probably this summer with my girlfriend. And she was just like, oh, so you're moving in with your girlfriend? Just girlfriend?
Was that pause in there
Yes.
too? Ooh.
I'm saying it exactly like
Ooh.
verbatim. I'm not paraphrasing. Verbatim. So you're moving in with your girlfriend? Yep, moving in with her this summer. Oh, so you'll be living in sin.
No shit. She said that?
Exactly
Verbatim.
like that. Verbatim.
God damn.
Direct quote, exactly how she said it. Oh, so you'll be living in sin.
It's like the thing that's like, it's so correct.
It wasn't a joke. Wait, what? Shut up. It wasn't a joke.
That was such a
was
genuine,
just-
like, fuck you.
dead serious. Like, I was told I would be living in sin, and I just didn't know how to respond. So I was like, yeah. And then I left to go get more food.
Yeah,
Because how else do you handle
that's
that?
what you do.
That's happened to my brother. Yeah, like he was like, yeah, moving into an apartment with my girlfriend, and one of my aunts was like, yeah, so you'll be living in sin. And it was like, what the fuck do you say to that?
Yeah.
There's nothing to say. What do they think they're getting out of that?
Yeah, and it's like, all right, I see your opinion,
And it's like,
I
why do you
raise
think-
my own? Like,
Yeah,
fuck
and
off.
then it's like, you can't also try to guilt me in the same conversation that I don't talk to you often and then pull shit out like that and be
Yeah.
like, well, there's your reasoning.
What do you think of what in her mind? How is that going to play out?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yep,
Oh,
you are
God.
absolutely right.
oh God, you're right.
I guess I can't
should
do it.
repent and not move in with the lease that I already signed.
I can't. I gotta tell the apartment owner that, you know, I'm sorry, but I just can't do it. It's just something that can't happen.
I don't want to be sinful.
Exactly.
Now, Tyler,
Uh-oh.
I have a story. I'll throw my chips on the table too. I have a story to go with you. So when I was 16 years old, I worked at a grocery store, and I was the guy that would go around and get carts.
You
and
were the
stuff.
cart pusher.
I was the cart pusher.
And you were the janitor. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah, we call ourselves Clean Team, but you know that's neither here nor there.
That is the gayest shit.
Oh wow! Come on, Tay. That's not cool.
Come on.
God damn
Why do
it.
you gotta be disrespectful like that?
God, I know we talked about it before the podcast, but I don't know if I can be a fan of that bit.
Anyway, I was pushing carts and stuff like that, and it was like probably 10 o'clock at night. Not many people there. And I saw someone finish unloading their groceries. I went to get the cart and just like, hey, I'll take that for you so you don't just throw it out in the middle of a fucking parking lot like most people do.
Fucking get that.
I don't get it either, but that's like too long of a
neither
topic
here
to
nor
get
there.
into. And this person was like, oh, you know, thank you very much, young man. I was like, yeah, no problem. And I was walking away, and hand hits my shoulder, and I was like, dude, you got something? What? Like, turn around. What happens when you die?
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You don't just ask someone that.
And I was like, I don't think I really understand. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Let's say you're driving home tonight and you get in a car accident and die. Happens to young people like you all the time. They just die. You know, what happens to you? And I'm
You
like,
guys are dropping like flies.
Who says this?
Makes it sound
this
like they're
guy.
gonna kill you.
And I was like, I mean, I suppose, you know, God's given you every reason to believe in his existence, right? Have you repented for your sins? Are you going to make it to heaven if you die tonight? Are you going to make it to heaven? And I was like, I don't really know how to respond to this. And this guy kept going and like laying into me. And then probably 5 minutes into the conversation, he stops and goes, you believe in God, right? And I was like, no, not at all. And he was like, oh, are you kidding me? Like, he said that to me. He's, are you kidding me?
Oh,
and I was,
wow.
and then he was like, God has given you every reason to believe in his existence, every reason, and you just don't believe in it? How do you explain a sunset? And I was like, I mean, that just, you know, like, and I said it very, I was like, to me, scientifically, what that means is that the sun is hitting particles in the atmosphere and it's scattering light and creating a sunset, and it's below the horizon line, and that's how sunsets happen. Actually,
That's, you know,
God.
what a weak argument to lead with.
Yeah,
I know.
for real.
And then just kept going. And it was the weirdest conversation. And then ended it by handing me 2 pamphlets about
Always got pamphlets.
about finding God. Yeah, and this dude had him on deck too. A stack.
Yeah.
Was it like a road map
It was
with like an X marks the spot? Like this is where you find him.
he's right here. Surprisingly in Arizona. I mean,
Like the
Jesus,
exact
American,
geographical
famously. It was the weirdest. How do you respond to something like that?
See, that's the thing. I wish I was wittier and had less social anxiety because I would love to fuck with those kind of people.
But you know that they have a knife and they're going to stab you.
They will kill you in the name of
they're
God.
like
the holy knife.
Their like crucifix has a knife built into the bottom of it. So like when they do that and you say something wrong, they can just pound it on the table, knife comes out and they just stab you. Because I've had a similar situation like that. I was outside of a fucking McDonald's and I was waiting for someone to just finish peeing. Like they went in there to use the bathroom and then leave. And then when they went in, this person just like walks across to me and they're like, tell me, sir, do you believe in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, who died for your sins on the cross? And they were like mumbling through the whole words. And I was just like, you know, I don't really know. Oh, pray with me. And then like hand on my head, like just, Father, bless this person, may he cast out the demons, and started getting really aggressive with it, like gripping my head.
Oh my
like,
God.
Gripping it and like yelling like, cast out these demons, the devil is trying to take you, do you feel it? The devil is inside of you, he's trying to take you, he's trying to lead you astray, you must fight him, you must fight the devil, fight him. And I was,
Please, for the love of God, clip that out of context and put that on Twitter. 100%. Holy shit, please.
That is the most fucked up thing. How?
but the problem is he was really nice, and like I get like that's the whole thing, like they're missionaries, like I mean their whole basis
Hell yeah.
like that's like their holy duty in Christianity is they have to spread the word of Christianity. And like he was being really nice beforehand, and like I get it, he was just trying to be like, oh, you know, I want to introduce you to this and be nice.
Like to him, it was helping you.
Exactly, but it was really weird, and that must have been the longest fucking bathroom break ever, because it felt like 35 minutes that this man was blessing me with his hand on my head, and people were like, this is in Uptown, so like there's lots of traffic, there's lots of foot traffic to say the least, and people are just walking past and they're just like,
wait, that wasn't me, was it, in the bathroom?
No.
Okay, Jesus Christ, that is okay. How do you respond to something like I just
but then
don't.
the person I was with, like when they came out, he had tried to bless them too. So we just had to be like, oh, we got dinner reservations. I'm sorry, we got to go. But thank you so much. You know, you've been really helpful. You've been really great. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Because you know me, I can't be rude to people.
I almost wish, and that used to happen outside of high school too, and even at my university, people will stand at corners like right outside of school boundary, and they will hand you mini like pocket Bibles, and want to try and talk to you. And every time in my mind, I was like, next time I see that, because they would do it like 3 or 4 times a year, and I was like, I'm gonna grab it and just fucking throw it in front of them, just to like make a statement, but I don't want to be mean about it. And sure, they're not being mean and like, hey, you dumb fuck. Like, you should believe. But
hey, you dumb fuck. Have you heard the word of the Lord?
They're
Take
being,
it, bitch.
They're being
imagine
mean
like a bodybuilder type being really aggressive.
The
with
mountain, just like,
hey. Really aggressive with Christianity, just like, hey, dipshits, do you want to get fucking cool? Then you're going to read this fucking Bible. They punch
it's like Power
it.
Thirst Bible Edition.
Exactly. They slam it on the table. Fire erupts. They're just like, that's the devil trying to call you. You're going to fucking kick his ass.
Don't you hear the devil? And it's a fucking like Kiss song. I should have come up with a stronger
They
band.
just fucking like shoot him. They take out a gun and like they shoot the person dressed up as the devil. They're just like, that's what you gotta fucking do, am I right? Pop a shot in the air.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I've got a couple of stories like that too, actually.
Go for it.
Not to cut you off, but I wanted to put my two cents, and I almost said cents in there too.
All right, your time is given up to me.
Yep. No, so I've had a couple of instances of like evangelical Christians or whatever, right? The first time was on a family vacation. We were at like this like pizza joint or whatever, right? And my dad is actually a super religious person. Like he goes to church every Sunday. He has since he was like a zygote, basically.
Cock.
And So he's a very religious person. He knows his way around the Bible or whatever, right? And
He's been around the Bible a few times.
And we were at this family vacation, and he's not he's not a super sociable person. He just kind of gets through, interactions as they come. And we were at this pizza joint waiting for our pizza, and this guy walks up to him, another like casual Midwestern white dad character, right? And it's just like, beautiful day outside, isn't it? My dad's like, yep. And the guy's like, have you heard about you go to church? And my dad goes, yep, every Sunday. And that kind of like stunted the guy. Like he wasn't expecting it. He was like, oh, well, what's your church like? And they just talked about like their church for like 6 minutes. And then he's like, hey man, you're all right. Then handed my dad a pamphlet, because that's what happens.
He was thrown off his game, didn't know what to do.
No idea what he was supposed to do. And he walked away, and I just looked at my dad. I just started laughing. I couldn't do anything else but laugh. And
I'm going to say that now.
Yeah.
You go to church? Every Sunday.
And my dad even started laughing too. He was like, I don't know what just happened. Because like we looked at the pamphlet, and it wasn't like the specific religion that like he goes to. Like he's Lutheran. And the guy who
That's
came
like
up,
Christian Light. That's like the light version of the app. Like if you're to download Christianity on your fucking iPhone, that's the free light version.
It's the demo version.
Yeah.
The free trial.
It's like the one they want to get you into because there's no real rules. Like the paid version is like Irish Catholic. Like that's
yeah. Bigly. Now I'll tell you what, Tyler.
Oh my God.
Millennials, we're known for killing industries, right? The sooner we kill religion, the better.
probably, right?
Yes, it is right. I feel like it's got to go.
So
it's not doing anything to help anyone.
It makes them feel good.
Yeah, that's
If
about
it makes people feel good, I'm not going to bother with it.
Yeah.
I am.
I get
because it
that.
affects other people.
Well, only if they're starting to cram it down other people's throats.
It's affected the world so much already. Think about how far science has been set back because if you practice science, they would fucking burn you at the stake.
Yeah.
As they should.
Hundreds of...
As they should.
Well, that's true. Okay, a bad example. No, it's dumb. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just think like when it's like in its modern form of like I go to church every Sunday and I participate in the community because it's like a nice get together with everyone and it's not bothering anyone, do it. I don't care. Like I don't. Like do whatever you want with that. But it's as soon as it becomes, like it gets involved in like the nationalism, how we see it now.
Well, I even think like the way the guy came up and approached me, that's not a good thing to do.
Oh no.
I've actually had an experience with one of those people.
Like
as
keep
well.
that shit to yourself.
Yeah, like the outspoken evangelical whatever.
I had a really bad joke.
But I had
do it. Say it. Just say it right now.
Do it.
It's like the choice of being gay. Just keep it to yourself. Don't have it around me. I don't want to see you holding hands with your partner in public.
B plus.
Taylor, clip that. No context.
Fuck.
So I had
Jokes.
An encounter with one of those like evangelical like loudspeaker kind of Bible thumpers, right? But I had a leg up on this guy because this is when I was in LA and I was in a Spanish speaking neighborhood. So he was just belting out the Bible in Spanish. So when I walked past, he didn't even pay me any mind because I was white as fuck. He's just like, this kid's not going to listen to me.
It's a shield for most things.
Yeah, I walked
especially under the law.
I walked past him about the distance between me and you. And if that was like a Midwestern like Bible thumper, definitely would have pulled me aside because of the proximity.
He would have
right?
thumped you with that Bible.
Exactly. But since, there was a language barrier, I just walked right on past. It was interesting.
Didn't even have to pay attention.
Nope, not at all.
Good to go.
Then I went and got a burrito, and it was fantastic, and I went back to what I was doing.
That's appropriation, but anyway, it's neither here nor there.
Not for Santa Monica. Burrito shops all over.
You're giving us a bad name.
Burritos!
You're giving us a bad name. We don't want to be associated with those views, okay?
You
We're
literally
family-friendly.
just said homosexuality was a choice.
Which it is. We're a family-friendly podcast, okay? This is our good Christian podcast.
Now, are you going to repent?
Always.
Repent on your knees.
Whoa.
Hey, I'm Irish Catholic.
I just can't get behind religion though.
And that's fine.
Because I know in my mind it should be like a, oh, they're her name, but it is. It just
And
the
other side,
whole is, even if the sections aren't.
Yeah, and the other side of the coin is like there are, heavy hardcore religious people that will cram their religion down your throat, and then there's the other complete opposite side. And I'm not saying you're part of this. I want to preface that, right?
Yeah.
But there's like the hardcore atheists out there who are just like, God's not real. You're stupid if you believe in a God, and like really cram it into people. And you're not like that, at all. But like that, I mean, there's
Never seen me past 9 p.m. Start getting real testy.
You are on beer 3. Could it slip out?
I mean, I don't want to shatter your world right now, but I also went to a brewery earlier today, so
Oh,
we're like 6.
that's fine.
Go on.
He's getting shitty.
I'm getting smacked here. You know what I mean?
Absolutely fucking gobsmacked he is.
Gobsmacked.
Yeah.
You say these
God
words.
save the Queen's law.
You say these words like you've been. Have you been?
Oh, I've been. Have you?
I've
no?
been. I've
okay.
been.
Well, then don't talk about it because you just wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't understand.
It's an English thing. You just wouldn't get it.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
We
Well,
shall.
What are we talking about?
Tori, did you have something else you wanted to add?
No, that was kind of it. But I don't know. I feel like I'm on the, I'm on a side that no one else is gonna fight for me.
No, you're fine. Like
It's not like we're fighting against you.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah. I'm just. I was about to say less tolerant, but that's a really bad word choice. I'm just angrier about it.
Yeah, no, you're more passionate about it.
Yeah.
Passionate of the Christ.
whoa.
That was a good one. I'll give you that one.
All right.
I
Do we
wish
have
you wouldn't
do we
do
have another
things like
topic?
that.
I feel like I mean we have plenty of topics.
Do we wanna
fucking
quick
pick
one?
No, Tyler's got to pick one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I gotta pick
Fucking
one.
loser
Yeah,
dork.
do it. Do it,
Okay.
you fucking
He's
loser
a
dork.
fucking loser dork.
Okay, Tori, I want to talk about what you had sent me earlier in the week was
A dick pic.
well, not that. Let's not talk about that ever
God, we
again.
get one every week.
It's a CNN article which you had sent me. Do you want to get out your phone and read it?
I'll read it
verbatim?
right now. Yeah. So you guys, you might be wise to it if you're a viewer, a visual viewer.
I love my electronic cigarettes.
Yeah.
I love my Juuls
This week's podcast sponsored by Juul.
and Saurin.
Yeah. Sarnair. Good stuff. Okay, so this is from CNN Health. I am reading this verbatim.
Verbatim.
E-cigarettes heat liquid and turn it into vapor, which a user inhales and then exhales in a large puffy cloud. The liquid is known as e-juice, and it contains flavorings, propylene glycol, glycerin, and often nicotine, though many users are unaware of this final addictive ingredient.
How?
Which is just bullshit. Everyone knows it's got nicotine. That's why they
Unless
use
you're,
it.
unless you're specifically looking for one that doesn't. Like a
But you
hookah
know
pen.
it commonly has.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
And you ask for no nicotine.
Tyler,
then.
I just want to throw it out right now. This show is called Baseless Claims. This is not a base. Number one, my brother owns a chain of e-cigarette stores.
Yep.
Welcome
Number
to the
two-
jaded millennial portion of the podcast, everyone.
Number
We
two,
made it.
I worked at an e-juice manufacturing warehouse for a summer, and I vape. I know about it.
I am a vapor.
I am a vapor.
I
Hashtag.
am a vapor.
Let's get that chant. Populate that hashtag, people. It is
Hashtag
so-
I am a vapor.
It is so dumb. People vape to either get off smoking or because they want to get nicotine in some way.
And they
Whether
don't
it's-
want to fucking smell
whether-
bad and like cause harm
yeah,
to other
part
people.
of it, part of it's just the fun, but either way, you want to get the nicotine.
Yeah.
When you go to either a tobacco shop or an e-cig store, any of those things, and you're like, oh, I would like to buy that bottle of juice, please. The first thing the person does is go, okay, what nicotine level would you like?
Yep. They ask you because it comes in different variants of nicotine. You can either get more, you can get less, you can get none. You
on,
can ask
CNN.
for no nicotine. And I feel like the people reporting on this they are baseless claims.
They
have
are.
no idea how it operates at all.
Very on
And I
brand.
feel like there is a like what's the word? A witch hunt on electronic cigarettes.
Dude, well, yeah, there is. That's
It's
a whole political issue, but
It's because they blow up.
it's because of big tobacco.
Yeah, absolutely. They're causing. They don't want to go out of business because electronic cigarettes are the future. No one. I like cigarettes.
Future.
I like cigarettes, but I have found that I like the Juul more than I like cigarettes. So I have completely transitioned to the Juul.
Yeah.
Which you will see me ripping often during this podcast.
Often.
Fuck you, Tyler. I'm going to do what I want.
Wow. Nice call out.
Exactly. But
It's just dumb because
it's frustrating.
That's
because
the reason you do it, and it's
these people are supposed to be the health experts that are reporting on this, and on every bottle of e-juice, it says that takes up, like, it is required by law to take up half of the packaging, essentially, where it says, Surgeon General's warning, this product contains nicotine, which has been known to cause cancer. And it's like, yeah, we all know it's in there. Fucking riddle my lungs with tumors. I don't give a fuck.
it's frustrating because it's the people who don't vape and don't know anything about vaping, and they've never smoked, and it's like those people who just like
they believe it.
They just assume that that's what it is, and then they report on it or whatever. And it's like
there's no investigation into it.
No, absolutely none.
Well,
and then that scares the layman.
Yes,
and then they're like, oh my god, I've heard about these e-cigs and stuff, and it's just my god, it's frustrating.
It's so awful to see someone really affected by it too.
Fuck you.
Because like do you guys remember the movie The Interview with fucking
James Franco?
Yeah, James Franco and Seth Rogen, where they go to North Korea and everything. My sister legitimately believed that if we watched that film, North Korea would nuke our house because of the shit she was seeing online, or like the rumors she was hearing about news reports and everything, right?
It's just
meant
a scare tactic.
It is. It's absolutely a scare
tactic to keep people away from it. And I
that's
get it.
why
You don't
I hate
want
the
to
media.
start. You don't want to just start using nicotine just as like a ha ha ha, this is fun. But like, if it's an alternative, that's
Right.
what it's meant for. It's not meant to. No one is marketing it as like, and you can't even market it. You are legally not allowed
Exactly.
to market
It falls under the tobacco regulations. The only difference is they're not getting paid out the ass. Like the lawmakers aren't getting paid out the ass. And it's also like you'll see stuff like they have flavors like mango and strawberry, clearly marketing towards kids. Look up any fucking vodka. Mango vodka, strawberry vodka, watermelon vodka, any vodka flavor you could fucking imagine.
They make that argument too.
They don't give a shit, but then the minute there's a fruit-flavored e-juice...
Well, I mean, it doesn't even... It's like, oh, this is marketed to kids. No, it's for people who want something that tastes good.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I get it, is because it tastes good.
Yeah.
And I feel like that also might be an underhanded marketing tactic of these like fruity flavored things too. Like I know that there have been people who have argued like, why are they making all these flavored vodkas? Just a bunch of kids are going to drink them, or like Smirnoff Ices, right? Because those look appealing to kids because they're
fucking
bright
good,
and colorful. Yeah, and they're like they're decent, right? So when you hear about like the negative buzz or whatever, you know, it works for a certain percentage of people when they hear that buzz and go, I'm 21, I could go for a Smirnoff Ice, and they go buy one.
Exactly, but in your sentence, therein lies like the biggest thing about it. They act like it's not regulated towards children at all. It's the same thing with alcohol. Like, I mean, you can't legally purchase it until you are of age. And yes, sometimes people buy them for other people. That happens with everything. You can't stop that.
Yep.
Everything.
With
Everything.
everything that happens.
Like it's a lot of these moms that would probably, not to single out moms, but a lot of these moms that would read an article like that and be like, well, I have to make sure my kid never knows about e-cigarettes or e-juice or never, you know, gets anything from anyone, right? Well, buy that same kid that they're worried about GTA 5.
Yep.
Not knowing anything about it.
Yep. It's just dumb ignorance. It makes no sense, but it's they put such a fear factor into like the reporting on it that people are like, because there's just that overarching branch of like, it was on the news.
Yep.
My mom
As
does
soon
it.
as it hits the news, it's like with older people, it's like,
because I
you
feel
know
like
what else the news reports on? Like a 5-year-old's birthday party happening down the street.
Yeah.
It's all about ad revenue, and like it really plays into the corporate America bullshit that's happening right now.
Yeah.
And like, not to get super political, because that's kind of where this conversation is going anyway.
Yeah.
But like corporate America corporations have America by a stranglehold right now because of ad revenue. Like ad revenue makes the fucking world go round right now. All our news, all of our social media is all fucking governed.
You know what's creepy as shit, which I fucking hate so much? I have never gone to a Quick Trip in my life. Like because
Really?
there's just not one around me.
Oh,
you
okay,
know?
that makes sense.
So it's like every gas station I use is either like Holiday or Super America. I was on the highway and like I needed gas. Like my gas light came on, so I was like, fuck. So I go to the gas station. Nearest one is a Quick Trip. I buy gas from Quick Trip. When I get home and I'm just like scrolling through Twitter, there is a Quick Trip ad on my Twitter. The one time I have ever been to a Quick Trip,
Yep.
and now it's like showing up everywhere I go.
Well,
which is creepy to me.
Yeah,
that's
it is
fucking
creepy.
weird.
I'll
I
tell you how
didn't
it
look up
happened.
Quick Trip.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you how
It's
it
just
happened.
geolocation.
Yeah, it's geolocation, and Google's like, oh, you went to a Quick Trip once, let's start pushing ads for fucking Quick Trip because Google is linked to everything on your account.
Exactly. And I hate that shit. It's so fucking scary to me.
I think the worst offender for that is Facebook. And
Yeah.
they're
By far, yeah.
they're working on it, they say, and they're gonna make Facebook safer. No, they're fucking not.
No.
But I swear to God, it is the scariest one because you can be just thinking about a product, not even searching it, not even saying it out loud, and boom, it just shows up on your timeline.
Yep.
It is the freakiest thing. Mm-hmm. And even so,
Like if you just talked about it with someone, it almost
Exactly.
feels like it's like recording all
it
of your
definitely
conversations,
does.
and there's like keywords that come up.
yeah, like I was talking to Jay one day about needing like laundry detergent or something, and 15 minutes later they were scrolling through Facebook, and boom, a laundry detergent ad shows up.
It's fucking scary.
It's super
Yeah.
creepy. Like I understand.
We are being watched at all times.
Probably. Hey,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
that make you feel
absolutely.
better?
No.
We're getting more views.
Yeah, we get more views. They don't show up as numbers, but we got more views.
Yeah.
I wish the FBI would show up as numbers.
The FBI is just like he hears the joke that you made about gay people, and he's like, "Oh, it's pretty good. I like this.
He subs.
It was good content." Yeah, like the FBI has subscribed to you. Like we just get the little notification on the.
I don't know if I'd be worried or impressed. I don't know. I'm just waiting for the FBI Twitter account to block me because I've been going after their shit for years
Yeah.
with just like always like finding dumb shit on Twitter and then quoting it and then tagging the FBI just like get them boys. Like I've got hard evidence against this. And it's just dumb shit like you being the Zodiac killer.
Yeah, that was fucked.
And I just tag the FBI like I think I've got some information for you that you'll find interesting.
they're gonna block you, and then you're gonna commit crimes.
Exactly. That's what I'm waiting for. Because once they
Cyber
block me, they
crimes.
can't see me.
Ooh.
Like John Cena. They can't see me. John Cena breaks through the brick wall.
He's like, "You have to pay me to use that song." Punches
Also,
you to death.
you've been using my likeness for, I estimate, 80 videos. I want my royalties. You're not wrong there.
It's well over 80.
You're not wrong, Jan.
All right,
John.
Mr. Cena, your royalty is $1.
Oh, he doesn't get out of bed for less than $3,000.
$3,000? Jesus, you're selling him short. I'd say 3 million.
That makes sense. That
For
makes
John
sense.
Cena? Nah, probably 300K.
He's a big name.
Not mil. Definitely not mil.
I have no idea how movies work.
Hey Tyler,
Speaking
speaking
he's
of
not
movies,
a movie star.
if you had the chance to remake/reboot any franchise or film or any media property, I suppose, what would you want to do?
I'd want a time machine so we could put Harrison Ford in it and make him younger and then start pushing out more Indiana Jones.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Good
yeah, I
ones.
like that.
Okay.
Good ones. Yeah.
Well,
We need
that's you're not really going with the spirit of the question though. Remake, reboot. You're not gonna be. Time machines.
We have to reboot. Okay. Ooh, any media property I would want
Yeah, this is-
rebooted. Well, if you asked me 3 years ago, it would have been Star Wars. But I got my hopes and dreams.
You got one hope and dream. Two, I guess.
2, yeah.
Rogue One.
Rogue One was all right. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
one.
I mean, I've loved all of them. The Last Jedi I have my quarrels with.
Yeah.
But I love Star Wars as a
That's
whole.
true. Last Jedi was all right.
Oh God, that's such a good question, and I'm trying to think
Yeah,
of this on
'cause, like-
limited time.
Some of the stuff that I would have answered like knee jerk has already been done.
You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I would want to take the reins on a Avatar: The Last Airbender movie.
Ooh,
And I feel like I could do it a lot better because I love that show, and it means a lot to me, and it always has, like ever since it originally aired. And I feel like I could do it a lot better.
Then M. Night Shyamalan.
That's racist.
I hate this bit.
I'm trying to think of something I didn't get enough
It
of.
like conversationally stunts me
Yep.
when you do that. I'm like, how do I do this?
Yeah.
I can't get out of this.
Yep, because I know it hits on your instinct of like, oh God, I want to be nice to people.
I'd reboot 9/11.
I would reboot Code Lyoko.
Wow,
Yeah.
coming out of left field with that pick.
Yeah,
I like that.
'cause
I
they-
like that.
They did a live action TV show
no.
in France, like where because Code Lyoko was a French cartoon.
Stop it. Don't talk about France. You've never been. Tyler, have you been?
I've been.
I've been too.
Okay, we get it. You don't.
You wouldn't understand.
So anyway, they did a live action. I've never seen it, but apparently it was okay. But I would love to do like a modern like anime reimagining of it, or like the kids when they're older having to go back to Lyoko for some reason,
like all grown up, the
yeah,
Rugrats.
Yeah, like a one-off movie or some shit, right? I think that'd be pretty neat because I liked Code Lyoko as a concept. I
did too.
I tried to watch some of the episodes like a year ago. It's hard to get through because like the dub for like English not super great. And like the animation is kind of janky too, but you know, it's an old show. It makes sense.
You're the rebooting Ed, Edd and Eddie,
No, are they?
Oof.
and it's a pretty
I didn't really like that
dumbed
show to
down,
begin with.
goofy animation style too.
Show me the post that you're thinking of because it might be a hoax. I've actually been following this.
I've been following the story pretty closely.
You know
I
what?
want
I'm
to
still gonna I'm gonna stick with my original answer. I would want to reboot Indiana Jones. I would reboot
Who,
Indiana Jones.
Who would you want to play it? Would you want to be? Would you want to? You think you could direct like a good story for that?
I don't think I could personally do it. I'm just saying, as like if something I wanted rebooted, I would.
I guess I'm thinking more in terms of like what's something that you feel like you could really contribute to making.
Okay. Ooh, that's
Well, no.
interesting.
Oh, I guess you can kind of split up into two categories. Like, so Indiana Jones would be like your dream reboot. What's something that you think you have enough knowledge and passion on that you could like, even if it's just helping writing the script or something?
Star Wars, easily.
Think so?
Even though it's already being like redone right now,
You want to do it over.
I could easily step into Star Wars and just not take over, but like, okay, this is where we're gonna go with this story. Like, this is something that
Here,
you know,
click on that image.
as a Star Wars fan,
It's
this
that
is
one.
something that I want.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that Ed and Eddie, I know visual or audio listeners can't see this, but that
No
image,
one can see it.
Yeah, that image is actually from an artist called Hot Diggity Demon, and he just did that as a doodle. That's not actually a reboot.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no, like every article that says like Ed and Eddie reboot that uses that image doesn't credit him at all.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well, that's over
just
then.
got to dispel that hoax for you.
JJ, if you're listening, and I know you are, dear JJ Abrams, let me work on episode 9, please. Let me be in on episode 9, because my fucking dream is to just be in a Star Wars movie or have a credit in a Star Wars movie.
That'd be pretty dope.
I would shit myself.
And you would milk that on resumes for Kingdom Come.
oh yeah,
Dude.
Oh, yeah.
I
even if it was
best-
just one, even if it was
best
just one
boy.
sound effect.
Star Wars 9.
Yeah.
Best Boy's a hard job, all right? That's an electrician.
Is it really?
Yeah, Best
I
Boy
actu-
grip?
I actually don't
Even
know.
if I just did one sound effect or just anything, even if I was a cameo, I don't care. I just want to have a credit and
Your
like
thumb
be,
shows up in the frame for a second.
Yeah, no, like I mean, maybe not even a credit because I don't care about the credit that much. I just want to be on set or be a part of Star Wars.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. I've thought about this too a lot because, as Tyler knows, and I don't know if I've talked about it with you, but one of my favorite, or my favorite series of all time is Lord of the Rings. And it, like, I've watched so much, like, hours and hours and hours of behind the scenes making of type stuff about it. And it, like, kills me inside that I will never be able to, like, be on the set of Lord of the Rings. That Lord of the Rings.
Well,
That makes
I
sense.
could be on the Amazon's fucking $10 billion.
Jeff Bezos stars as Frodo.
I guess another series that
We gotta get the ring to Mordor. How much are they paying me?
another series that I'd like to kind of do something
I'll
with.
just ship it.
Do you remember those young adult novels? I say that very loosely about the
Porn.
cats called Warriors.
Can Animorphs?
No,
Okay.
Warriors. It was
Can
about
I-
it was about the cats who like lived in the forests and shit and had like a weird tribal government or whatever.
I
I'd make
have
an anime.
two
out of
things
it.
to say.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's all I
One,
had.
okay, one, I was sorry to cut you off,
Are you?
and that is totally something you would want. Just a thing about cats. Furry. 2, what if instead of... I was thought about this for the new Lord of the Rings with Jeff Bezos leading. What if instead of
something
the
to fucking
Eagles
say?
saving Frodo and Sam,
fucking
it's an
bitch.
Amazon drone that just like picks them up, and it's all just like an Amazon ad, and there's just that like whistly tune behind it.
Like, I can't return the ring. Well, you can return it with Amazon's A to Z guarantee.
It's just all a huge advertisement. They got the Amazon drones and everything, and like when Gandalf like runs off to like get the ring back after like he had left it at Frodo's for like 14 years or some odd shit. Just, well, it wouldn't have taken a year on your travel back if you would have just ordered it with Amazon Prime. For $99 on your membership, you can receive 2 free day shipping and paid options for next day shipping. That's right, Amazon, making your life easier.
Roll credits.
And they have the money to throw behind that.
Yeah.
Clearly, as we saw, they put $1 billion into it, right?
Just $1 billion down on the table.
For 5 seasons.
God damn.
Holy fuck. What if they get to like season 2 and no one is watching it?
That's what I think
then they
is
just
going to
gotta
happen.
cancel
You
it.
mean like other
I-
Amazon shows?
I find it very unlikely that it's going to be a successful show.
Do I want it to be?
Oh,
Yes.
of course I want it to be. I love that Tolkien world. I'd love to live in it longer, but I don't see it happening, and that makes me sad. I'm sad about that, but I just don't. see
Who
it.
else can they get for Frodo? Like they gotta get.
What if it's Elijah again?
Yeah, they gotta get Elijah.
And they just bring back Sean Bean.
Fuck, I
and,
just watched a movie with Elijah Wood in it, and it was really, really funny. Good. Not like it wasn't a comedy.
Was it the Netflix one?
Yeah. What
Where
was
he
it?
plays like the weirdo, and it has Rose from 2.5 Men.
Oh yeah.
I don't belong in this world anymore.
Yeah, it's like I watched that, and like he's got this like weird rat tail.
tail,
And- Did
yeah.
you watch it too?
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought
Yeah.
that movie was great, and I love seeing Elijah Wood in just weird shit.
It was such a dumb Wilfred. That's a cash show right there.
Yeah.
It's so fucking like weird and meta. Good stuff.
And Elijah
Good
Wood,
stuff.
like
Good
Elijah
actor.
Wood is good in everything
Good
he's
actor.
in. Like in that, he's just got like these throwing stars. He plays this weird dude so well. Like they just like break into a house and he throws a throwing star at the door, and he's just like standing there like trying to be intimidating, and he realizes everyone's
He's like a Study the Blade guy.
yeah.
Oh God.
It's so funny.
He's like this weird army tech. Like he's just so into like all this like covert ops. Like everything he says he's on a mission, and he's just like, oh yeah, we can easily find this license plate. And it like they lead you into like it's about to be this big hacker scene and everything. Like they do all the shots and everything, and then it's just Elijah Wood googling license plate finder.
I like that.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, sounds good.
It's good stuff. Tay,
Yeah.
I want you to drive this puppy home.
You do?
Take us home down that country road to the place that we belong,
Whew.
West Virginia,
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama.
I don't
So
know
anyway,
anymore.
thank you for listening to this long-winded podcast that we do every other week. And again, if you have a topic that you want to share with us or want us to talk about, go ahead and leave us a comment wherever you may be listening or watching. And yeah, thank you again so much for watching. We'll be back next time with more baseless claims.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.